What's good, y'all? I'm here with another video, and today we're gonna be reacting to Shonen Showdown, the homie. Uh, yeah, man. So the video is called Gear 5 Luffy is overrated, or yeah, I think it's overrated. Um, I don't think he's overrated, probably because I don't be in the anime community like that, as far as like what people be scaling him to, or whatever. But it can get to a point where his imagination stuff can really get out of hand, and if it really just depends on how Oda writes it. So if he get out of this world crazy, then it's possible. You know what I'm saying? He could be a full Looney Tune, or he could be a limited Looney Tune. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see though.
As I've said in the past, it is one of the greatest times to be a One Piece fan, but not everybody thinks so. Now, obviously, we have been celebrating the One Piece live action that just dropped, and now we are celebrating episode 1071, showing us the...
Wait, that One Piece live action just dropped? How was it for the people who watched it? Hopefully they do that live action right, because the reputation for live actions in anime are shite, so hopefully it's better.
First scenes of Gear 5 Luffy. It has been crazy all over the internet, but everybody has been debating whether or not Gear 5 Luffy can keep up with a Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time, or Ultra Instincts. Can it keep up with Naruto's Barrier Mode? Can it keep up with Ichigo going Final Getsuga Tensho? Can it keep up with all of these different transformations? People have been using this unit of measure to find out whether or not Gear 5 Luffy can keep up with these other great anime transformations.
I'm not gonna lie, bruh. I really do hate power scalers. I'm gonna be honest. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong to do it, but sometimes that is annoying. Like, just watch the show and have fun. Holy fuck, bruh.
And this unit of measure is breaking the internet. Now,
Shit.
everybody has
My
their
bad.
own idea of what breaking the internet means, but when it comes to anime Twitter, we have a tweet here from Artur saying Crunchyroll and most anime pirating sites have reportedly crashed from too much traffic. Gear 5 has broken the internet. Now, as you guys can see here, there's a picture of a website crashing. Now, this was happening all over the place once episode 1071 was listed to be available. Chibi Reviews shows us over 8,000 outage reports in the last few minutes. J. Lee Trey says they said Gear 5 wasn't gonna be a big deal. It crashed Crunchyroll. It crashed the pirate sites. It trended as number 1 and 2 topics on X, and 500k tweets in mere minutes of reveal. It is wild what this episode has done, not only for the One Piece community, but just the anime community as a whole. There's Gear 5 Luffy all over the place. Gear 5 Luffy has been trending worldwide. You're seeing One Piece hype everywhere, and these websites are literally crashing. But through all of this hype, you still see statements of people saying Gear 5 Luffy.
I will say this though. I feel like the reason why saying they broke it, like it's the biggest thing in anime, like so far. I'll say the reason that it's credible is because, one, a lot more people watch anime, and number two, because a lot more people watch anime, One Piece has gotten a bigger fandom. You know, everybody is coming out saying One Piece is peak. You know what I'm saying? The animation has gotten better in the last few weeks. Yeah, it's just been on a rise. Like, Oda's been dropped in crazy chapters. But yeah, and like a lot of the other stuff that's like that he named, like Goku, like Dragon Ball and Naruto and Bleach. A lot of those are older. Yes, Bleach is out, but Gear 5 has been... People have been waiting for Gear 5 for a year, and the Bleach hype was hype, like really hype when the first core came out. Not saying that Bleach isn't hype still, because I'm still watching Bleach and that shit's still clean, but it's just a difference in situation, because people knew, like, when you know, Bleach was gonna have their sections and everything. People didn't know the exact date of Gear 5, and Gear 5 exploded the internet off the manga alone. So it's like, I don't know how I'm explaining this, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. And as far as Naruto, like, Boruto hold the hell out of Naruto. Naruto hold the hell out of Naruto, if I'm gonna be honest. But, you know, One Piece just has a different type of vibe to it, and One Piece is, it's constant storytelling. Like, people already know the story in Bleach because it's been out years ago. People like One Piece is still going on compared to the rest of the other stories. You know what I mean? So that's that.
Is overrated. We have a tweet here from Red Death saying Gear 5 was good, but in my opinion it was way too overhyped. People would constantly post about it and compare it to Super Saiyan Goku, obviously, and people said that they would break the internet when it barely did anything. Anywho, Snake Man is better. Next, we have a tweet here from Nobody Somebody saying it was way too overhyped. I went in thinking that it would have surpassed my expectations, but it didn't. But to be fair, Luffy hardly fought in that episode. It felt more like an introduction of 5th gear than the actual battle, so I'll wait for the next episode. Exactly what Nobody Somebody said is where I'm at. Episode 1071 was an introduction to Gear 5th Luffy. That's all it was. We didn't really get to see the full scope of his abilities. We didn't really get to see the full scope of what the animators are really going for. This is just the beginning. Now, in terms of how the transformation looks, personally, I love the way Gear 4th looks. Snake Man, Bound Man, all of that looks clean. But Gear 5th also looks clean to me as well. Luffy looks so clean with the all white, going crazy, the glow with the hockey just coming out. It really looks like something out of Dragon Ball Z. So I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z, so obviously I'm gonna be a fan of this as well. We have a tweet here from Gabe from Smilebomb.
I got another thing to point out. I know I keep pausing, but he's just giving me like thoughts on the situation. Damn, I just forgot. Holy fuck, I just forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, what pissed me off about the episode 1071 is that it felt like they were replaying the same scenes for 20 minutes. Like, we kept seeing Luffy bounce in the same area and do the same shit, and then the Hiyori scene in the middle just kind of threw the vibe off a little bit. Like, the scene wasn't bad, but it just kind of threw shit off. And then Luffy just kept doing the same shit the whole episode. Like, I get it. I don't know. I don't get it, but hey.
Saying, do y'all know what breaking the internet means? An anime website isn't working. Okay, no one else is talking about Gear 5 but One Piece fans. We have another tweet here from Carlos saying, Crunchyroll does not equal the internet. That one dude named Ronald says, I'm excited for this episode, but Crunchyroll servers are just naturally garbage as hell. That ain't the whole entire internet. And we even have somebody tweeting an image here showing that Demon Slayer Season 3 finale was able to crash Crunchyroll servers as well. So obviously there's a lot of debate on whether or not the phrase breaking the internet means that you are really shutting down the entire internet. That means all forms of social media and everything, or if you're just crashing the sites where you're able to watch the anime. To me, when you're talking about an anime breaking the internet, that means that it is hard to get a hold of because there are so many people that are trying to watch the anime at that particular moment in time that the servers are crashing. If the hype of an anime is able to crash the servers of whatever website it is on, that means that there is a wild influx of amount of viewers. It is going crazy. It is something that the servers can't even hold, so therefore it broke the website. It broke the internet. It's hard to get a hold of. Even I had a tough time trying to find a website to watch episode 1071. That's how wild it was. I'm not saying that other anime have not pulled off the same feat or similar feat, but in my interpretation of the phrase breaking the internet, Gear 5 Luffy did indeed do that. Doesn't mean Naruto hasn't done so before. It doesn't mean Goku hasn't done so before. It doesn't mean that even Demon Slayer with Tanjiro has not done so before either. What it does mean is that Luffy demands the same level of respect. 1071 was just the start of the craziness that we're about to see with Gear 5 Luffy. We are in crazy times with One Piece. Toei is officially locked in. They purposely brought in some of the craziest animators from all across the land, some of the best directors ever in anime, to make this happen. We are about to see some of the greatest stretch of episodes in One Piece history, or even anime history at that. But that's not all I want to discuss. In respect to Luffy, we've always had Luffy at some type of weird tier because the One Piece verse scaling has never really been as concrete as some other series. But one thing I can tell you is that the Gear 5 Luffy interpretation from the manga and the Gear 5 Luffy interpretation in the anime are night and day. Gear 5 Luffy in the anime looks way more impressive, looks way more ridiculous, looks way more overpowered than anything that we could have predicted from just reading the manga. His moveset is so wild, there's no way for anybody to really keep up with it or predict it. The pure haki alone coming from Luffy is wild, just based off the transformation. Luffy standing still, automatically just dropping, oozing Conqueror's haki all over the place, had people passing out. It split the sky without him having to do anything. All he did was transform, and he pulled off a feat that is similar to Whitebeard and Shanks clashing weapons together. That is similar to Roger and Whitebeard clashing weapons together. That is similar to Luffy and Kaido clashing and splitting the sky together. We know how impressive a sky splitting feat is, and Luffy pulled it off on his own just by transforming. The Gorosei have stated that this is one of the most ridiculous powers in all of One Piece. We know what it is, and the fact that Luffy was toying around with Kaido while having Kaido on the ropes is top tier. Luffy looks a lot stronger than even us manga readers were giving him. All I'm gonna say is with the next power scaling discussions that are gonna be coming up within the next months, Luffy is gonna be getting a lot more hype. You heard it here first. But I want to see some reactions to the episode and see what other people think.
Alright, we need to talk about One Piece episode 1071. So I'm recording this video literally like 5 minutes after I reacted to it, and here are my honest thoughts. Let's talk about the good stuff first about this episode. So first off, I think I can honestly say that One Piece episode 1071 had some of the best, if not the best, animation I have ever seen.
It was good.
Yes, episode 1071 was incredible. How they really broke down the animation. I mean, we were seeing Gear 5 Luffy literally becoming something similar of a Looney Tunes character, and he still looks clean. The coloring, the everything that they did. Like I said, Toei really gathered some of the best staff of all time just to make this happen.
People are calling it mid, people are calling it overdone, people are saying they did too much Looney Tunes stuff. That's literally the whole point of Luffy's Gear 5. It's silly, it's like a Looney Tunes character.
Exactly.
I think they nailed it perfectly. Like, I was live streaming and there were people really telling me in chat that the animation was mid. Honestly, I don't get that. I don't see how you can look at this and think, oh wow, this animation sucked.
Tough.
You can tell Toei put their heart and soul into animating this. Now, did the episode live up to the hype? I'm not gonna lie. I said this on the live stream and I'll say it here on the video. Toei kind of fumbled a little. They cut off from the fight and gave us like 5 minutes of Orochi screen time. I know that screen time was in the manga too, but like, come on. How are you gonna hype up episode 1071 and then cut away from the fight to give us 5 minutes of a screen time for a character no one likes? And also, they replayed a lot of clips throughout the episode, which took away a lot of screen.
And that's what I was talking about too. They replayed a lot of clips. Also, the Orochi thing, it still should have been there, but it should have been there probably last episode. And I feel like they should have focused more on the fight. But with Toei's pacing and the way that they do things, I understand why they did that. They're also going to want to prolong this Gear 5 stuff too, because it's going to make them money, which is why they tried their hardest, because they know how big of a thing it is. So they're going to drag out this fight as much as they need to, since they already been dragging out the episodes anyway.
Time too. So we didn't really get much Gear 5 content if you think about it, which was a little disappointing.
Okay, as you guys saw, I had a lot to say, but I wanted Tizzy to get his full statement out first. Here's the deal when it comes to Toei, and I realized this early on. Similar to the beginning of Roof Piece, Toei really loves having those introductory episodes before they start going into the hands. They don't go into the hands right away. They want to introduce something wild first. They want you to build that hype up first, and then they show you the fight later on. And if everybody remembers, even with Goku becoming Ultra Instinct for that first time, that episode was an hour-long special. Toei really loves having the introductory episodes. They really love just showing the transformation, the hype behind it, the storyline, and then they'll go into the boxing, and then they'll go into the hands. I knew that was happening right away the moment I saw Hiyori on the screen for more than 5 minutes. Because if they really want to show fight scenes for real, Hiyori and Orochi's scene would have been 1 minute to 2 minutes max. The fact that they were there for a calm 5 minutes really made me believe that, okay, they're gearing us up for the next episode. So that's all it really was.
Even with those complaints that I have though, I still think this episode was peak. I think it was amazing. It's not my favorite One Piece episode. I still think 1015 is the best One Piece episode that has ever come out, but this is definitely up there. I have a lot of faith in episode 1072, and honestly, I'm gonna give this episode like an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, I respect it. An 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. I mean, I probably have it at a 10 out of 10 just because of the hype behind Gear 5 Luffy. Yeah, Hiyori was in the mix. Hiyori was in the way. But I think that 1072 is going to be even crazier.
Gear 5, baby! Gear 5! Gear... Alright, look at the frame, dog. This gotta mean something. First things first, look at the silkiness. Look at how smooth
it looks so clean.
Like, I don't know what this is, man. Toei, how are y'all gonna play the same thing again, though? Like, we just saw this, man.
Yeah, the recap scene.
Same moves. It's silky, though, but, like, come on. He's in the same spot, doing the same power-up. But
my thought with this is, because they brung in the Looney Tunes people to animate Gear 5, did they bring them in there so the Toei animators can learn from that so they can do it on their own? Well, that sounds like an obvious thing, because I'm wondering, like, okay, if the Looney Tunes people aren't there, how are they gonna animate it like really similar and like really good? Like, how good are they gonna animate it once the Looney Tunes people aren't there?
Hold on. You see this frame right here? It's actually not the exact same as the other one. So, like, what this mean? Like, I don't know why you would color the frame and keep everything the exact same. They gotta put me on forensics, man. That's a crazy cat. He puts in the stars at a dude. Look at his eye. I've been hearing that this is like his real eye. Like, no cartoon effects. Like, he's actually doing that to him. The jiggle physics on the body is crazy. This is just manhandled. Kaido getting manhandled. The eyes again. Spinning, the jiggling, the physics, the spinning is crazy. Spinning him around, bro, and then you got the 6 eyes right here, no Gojo.
Listen, Gear 5 Luffy is just wild. As you guys can see with just this little snippet here, it's just everything he does, it's just unpredictable, it's ridiculous, in the words of the Gorosei. Yeah, I mean, I know there's gonna be a lot of people saying Toon Force out there. Just by watching this though, that statement of Luffy having Toon Force becomes more believable each second.
Nah, bro. They got the slam in the frame. Got the stars in the frame. And
yeah.
This blast breath reversal is like the craziest thing I've seen. At some points in this, I can't explain to you. His eyes are actually out there, though. It's not even like a cartoon. Like, it's actually out. He's gonna grab his eyes.
Yes.
Put them back in his head.
Yes.
Bro, his hands is pushing through the back of his head. Then he's gonna turn into a horn. Like, bro, I don't know what's happening. Then he's gonna grip the ground. And then, is he moonwalking? Like, bro, then
he's a full cartoon.
Look at where his mouth is. What's happening?
Luffy is a full cartoon.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm being honest, bro, Gear 5 is not breaking the internet, bro. Wow, so, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Whoever that guy was, bro, he was clearly delusional. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was caught in 4K. And look, honestly, bro, I'm gonna give One Piece his props. I'm gonna give the Gear 5 episode his props, bro. That shit was amazing, bro.
Come on.
I don't know what I was thinking when I made that video. Like,
come on,
bro. I guess it was just like me. I guess I was just lazy in Dragon Ball. I had genuinely got surpassed Dragon Ball.
El Glazer.
The Mastered Ultra Instinct, the Super Saiyan, everything, blah, 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 blah. But, bro, I really had to, the episode dropped at 9. I had to wait till 10 to watch the episode, bro. Like, literally, everybody's Crunchyroll and every single anime website was down, bro. Like, that is honestly crazy. It's safe to say that we really witnessed peak, bro. We really got to witness peak yesterday, bro. And honestly, bro, this is just the introduction.
Exactly.
The real fights start next week, bro. It starts next week.
Exactly. Bro. Listen, you've heard everyone's takes as well as mine. You can dislike One Piece. You can dislike the community. You could do all these things. But one thing you can't take away from Gear 5 Luffy is that it indeed did break the internet. It's going wild and it's going to continue to do so in the upcoming episodes because this is when it really gets crazy. We are in some of the greatest times to be a One Piece fan. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, you guys let me know down in the comment section below. Do you agree with any of these takes? Do you agree with mine or theirs? And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All right, y'all, that's the end of the video. I understand the viewpoint from both sides because I'm kind of in the middle with it too. It did do great, but it still was like, you know, like it was like, I didn't watch the episode until like 12 in the morning because I forgot it even came out. So I was on my way to go to sleep and then I couldn't go to sleep. So I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna just watch it then. It's like that did come out today. But the episode was cool. You know, I can't wait for next week to when they actually box. I actually read the manga, so I kind of know what's going on. But it's definitely gonna be like me remembering, like as I watch it. But yeah, it was cool, man. The video was straight, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Shout out Shonen Showdown, and I'm out, man.